All right, Mike, how you doing? It's old Jim Royle here. Yeah, it's old Jim Royle. The universal sex symbol. It's me, yeah. I've got a message for you, Mike, yeah, and it's from Nicola Flynn, yeah. It's out from old Nicola Flynn. So she sent me a lovely little message. But if I read that message out, Mike, it takes about 20 bloody seconds, and I can't do that because they paid a few quid for this. So what I'll do, we'll start off with a little song, and then we'll read the message. That'll do you, won't it? Yes. Here we go. Ha, 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 let the kettle boil. Here's a little message from old Jim Royle. Scoodly-doo, scoodly-da, scoodly-doo, I'll say ta-ra. I will say ta-ra. You loving that? Oh, come on, Mike. Even you didn't know I could sing like that. What, you'd have thought you'd have sung it better. Oh, Russell bloody Watson. Oh, bugger off, will you, Mike? He's a lovely lad, don't get me wrong. I've known him since he was about 14 or bloody 15. Good singer, good impressionist, but he hasn't got the vocal range I've got. Yeah, he's very good for his mother. I've told you he never goes home, but bloody hell, he couldn't find his own arse with both bloody hands, old Russell. Oh, anyway, forget about him. Anyway, listen, this is to Mike from Nicola Flynn. Dad is turning the big 7-0. Oh, you're only a bit of a lad. Oh, I've got a good start on you there, I'm afraid, Mike. Dad is turning the big 7-0. Our family watch the Royal Family every Christmas. So what better than Jim wishing our very own Jim Royle a happy birthday? Are you another lazy little shit, are you, Mike? Hey? Oh, I never move, me. I never move off the settee. No. I tell you what, I used to be really lazy. I'm not that bad now. But you know what, at one time I was that lazy, I used to call the dog in to see if it was raining. Oh, I'm terrible. But since our poor old dog died, we haven't had a clean plate. We haven't had a clean plate in the house since the dog died. We have to wash the bloody things now instead of just putting them on the floor and letting old Rex, do the business. Anyway, it's got it. Oh, now I like this. Mike is also a very proud Liverpool fan. Yes, now I don't know whether you can see this. Can you see this bottom picture here? Can you see that one, kid? Are you? Bit far away. What if I can... Can you see that? That's me. And the best, most famous writer on British television at the moment. His name is Jimmy McGovern. He wrote Cracker, Moving On, Anthony, everything. He's the best, and he's the Liverpudlian. And we go to the match. And I've only just started going again because I used to get too carried away. And we go upstairs in the executive lounge. We have a great time. Now, the other photograph, which you can't get down, can you see that one up there? That's me and Pelly. That's me and Pelly when I was Mike Bassett in Brazil. And he still keeps in touch, yeah. He still keeps in touch. I've been so lucky. But as I say, I love... I'll be going to match. I'll be going to match Sunday, so... but I still get a little bit excited, when they're there. When I think they're going to get beat or something like that. Anyway, I better read this bloody thing again. To Mike from Nicola Flynn. Dad is turning the big 7-0. Our family watch the Royal Family every Christmas, so what better than Jim Royle wishing our very own Jim Royle a happy birthday. And I do indeed, lad, I do wish you a real happy birthday. Also, Mike is a very proud Liverpool fan. And this is love from Nick, Swanee, Helen and Lurkio. Oh, you've got a Lurkio, have you? But listen, there's a name there. And seriously, when I was a young man, I'm in my 80s now, aren't I? There was always someone called Swanee. And that's the first time I've heard, honestly, that's the first time I've heard of anyone called Swanee in about 30 odd bloody years. And you know what? I can't even remember now what it was short for. I can't even remember what Swanee was short for. But anyway, I know what bloody Lurkio was for. Oh, yeah. Means he's a lazy little shit like our Lurky. He's not really. Because I'm doing a new gig with him. We're going around the country again in the motorhome. We done one last year, went around the north of England. I don't know where we're going this time. But he's doing well at the moment. He's the lead in Death in the Caribbean. He's a good actor, he's a good actor. And do you know what he was training to be? People don't know this. although I call him like all the soft sods and all that. He was training to be a doctor when he got his chance to be in the royal family, and he jibbed it. But his brother, his younger brother, is actually a doctor here in Liverpool. Now, look at this. I'm going to show you something. Can you see that? That's me. That's me at one of my charity gigs where I do paintings. And you wouldn't believe it. Look at that one. Can you make any sense out of that bloody painting there? I don't use a brush. I use a roller. But I put an exhibition on every year. And last year, I put an exhibition on, and you're not going to believe this. People pay £3 to come in, and then they buy the paintings. In fact, that photograph I've just showed you there of Jimmy McGovern, he bought one for £70. I raised £1,700 on the night. It's for a boys' club. I do a lot of charity work for boys' clubs. And that leads me nicely into this. Hello, Miss Gouser. We've got to put up with the Manx. We've got to put up with Manx, unfortunately. But you see this? That's for the Salford Lads Club. Now, last week I was asked if I'd do a Q&A with Andy Burnham. Now, Andy Burnham's a great mayor. He's the mayor of Manchester. And I think one day he'll be the leader of the Labour Party. And they said, will you come up and do a Q&A with Andy Burnham? And I said, of course I will. And you don't get paid for it, obviously, because you're raising money for the boys' club. So I went up and we had an hour with them questioning me. Then we had the audience questioning me. And it turned out a fabulous night. 400 people in there, chock-a-block. They all paid a few quid to get in, so the boys' club must have made a nice few grand. And Fizz out of Coronation Street was there with a gang of her mates and a couple of the lads out of Emmerdale Farm. So when it was all over, we had a little drink together and a laugh and a natter, and it was wonderful. And because we do it for nothing, they generally give you a little mug or something, or a little hip flask. It's just something to say thanks for coming, because obviously we don't take any money, but with that now. And this is what they done. They made us these plaques. Can you read that? Salford Lads Club. Andy Burnham and Ricky Tomlinson talking shite on stage for 2022. And you know what? It was a great night. What a great night. We made a nice few quid on the night for that boys' club, and they do well. They get the kids in off the street, teach them to box, and they've got games to play, pool and snooker and stuff like that. But anyway, kid, you're celebrating your, what is it, your 70th. You're only a lad. But keep it up, and thank you, Nicola Flynn, for sending that in, and God bless all of you, and all keep safe. Ta-ra, kid. Bye-bye.